You're listening to Biz-Souls, the business podcast with an edge, hosted by me, Rona Lewis, and Jeffrey Hansler. Tune in for perspectives and discoveries about the changing world of business. It's time to connect to the heart, soul, and humor of how business gets done.
We're back, kids. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler, and we've never left. We've been sitting here.
We've been sitting here, yeah.
Yeah, but we've knocked off 3 of them already, and this is number 4. Real quick ones. These will, 10 minutes.
I should probably say, welcome to Biz-Souls.
Yeah.
I forgot that the last couple, because I have
Well, you
no
got to
idea
do it
where I
again
am.
because I forgot my line. What's the...
Oh, yeah, we get. Okay, ready? Take 2. Hold on. Okay. Welcome to Biz-Souls, everybody. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler, and we get to the heart and soul of business and the people that make it happen.
We need to keep all that before just to show what idiots we can be on a Sunday morning, and it's very hot still.
It is hot and it's sweaty. It's sweaty.
Yeah.
Rona's telling me I need to clean my shirt, and I only wore a little bit, so whatever.
So
that's a bubble
I have a
for
toy.
making.
I have a toy.
It's a bubble for the camera.
I'm just I'm like a little kid. I'm like, what's this? Can I touch it? Stop touching things. Stop touching things.
So we're talking about dysmorphia.
Not body dysmorphia. I would say it's a not conscious dysmorphia, but it's the inappreciation of what we have and where we are.
So Jimmy Kahn, the comedian.
Yeah.
Jim Kahn. Jim Carr. Comedian. Yeah, we were listening to me. He was talking about dysmorphia and the fact that we stop appreciating what we have. And he was taught his opening was, he said, it's simple. And he mentioned George Mack is a friend of his. And George Mack said, next time you're standing in the shower, understand that 50 years ago, people did not have hot showers.
Yeah.
And I think now, though, that we're in 2025.
I think he's exaggerating.
Yeah, I think we've had hot showers since the 40s.
30s or 40s.
30s, 40s, yeah. So everybody's had a hot shower. So it's been a little longer than that. And the same thing goes on. I mean, right now, people are complaining about, what's going on in L.A., that, we've got... Everybody's just complaining about stuff and complaining about pronouns still and masks and all this stuff. Everybody's looking at the negative. And the thing is you're well fed. You're in a safe country.
You have a roof over your head. You have more than one pair of black shoes.
Yeah, you've got funding you got so many safety nets from the government still, and especially in California and stuff.
It's sort of.
Anyway, so we should just focus on the happiness.
Well, and it's the lack of thought that most of the things that we Karen about are first world problems.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I can plug stuff in, and
it works.
People complain, I don't have air conditioners. All right, you know what? I don't have air conditioning in my apartment. It's not like built in.
Right.
I bought an air conditioner because I live by the beach. I've used it like 3 times last year. So I plug it in and I can roll it from room to room. It works. I'm happy.
Right.
Shut up.
Exactly. Exactly. Just appreciate stuff. I mean, we've got our critters going. Life's pretty good.
Yeah.
Life's pretty good.
I hate my clothes. I have to buy new clothes. Open your closet. Do you know that most people only wear 20% of their wardrobe?
Do you know my son buys pants and immediately tears off the bottoms of them? I don't know why he does that. He does that
because he's a hippie.
Well, the thought was, if you don't like your clothes in your closet, tear some holes in them and then wear them a couple times. And
well, I do that if I have jeans that are not super in style, I will make them shorts, or I will. I've taken like really nice ones and brought them to a dressmaker and just fix them.
Right. As kids, we never bought shorts. It was cut off jeans. That was everything.
No, my mom bought me shorts, but I.
Well, that's because you had money. I grew up on the opposite side of the tracks. Didn't have money. We didn't have shorts. Shorts didn't exist. If you had shorts.
Your parents were engineers. They're not. They weren't idiots.
Oh, I thought it was Kamala Harris for a second.
You were what?
Never mind.
Oh, I just ignored it.
Exactly.
Says the right wing.
Yeah,
Trumper.
Exactly.
Anyway,
what are we talking about?
We're talking about. He's going on.
We're talking about being happy.
Yeah.
We're just talking about enjoying it. And you and I disagree on politics all the time. And you know what?
A lot more than that. But go ahead.
Oh, we disagree on all kinds of things, and it's fun. It's literally fun, and I think it's in the right perspective now.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, because I usually just ignore him. when he says something stupid.
Well, you don't make me feel ignored, so that's it. I mean, if I felt I was ignored, I'd be upset. So
It's only because you're bigger than me, and I get a little scared of you. So that's all.
wow,
Twice my
really,
weight.
really, Jiminy Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's fun.
I can't. He bought me a hamburger yesterday. I can't complain.
That's right.
last
I
night.
did.
We went down to a
where were we? Art show.
to an art show, which is not his thing; it's mine. And shout out to the Oceanside Museum of Art, where my friend Kate Stern is curating an awesome show about fiber, and it's fabulous. Yeah.
Well, and from since we're always talking about business, as a curator, she gets the artists together. She gets the theme
she
together.
sells the concept to museums, and they pay her a stipend for putting this together. And Kate knows like every artist everywhere, and I mean, you met a bunch of artists last night. Who I know. I am not. I have art talent. I don't do it for a living, and I've always had an appreciation because my mom was an interior designer. Yada yada yada. Anyway. And then she gets together artists who she likes and who she feels has appeal to a wide audience. And then I think she has like 30 different artists, and there's a theme behind it. She did one a few years ago called Dress Rehearsal, and it was photographs, sculptures, watercolors, oils, things made out of wheat, things made out of shells, and it was probably one of the best art shows I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And it is a true business, and it's not easy because museums, don't get a lot of money.
No, they don't. And the thing is there were a lot of people. It was packed.
It was packed.
And then people were talking about it. And so first of all, they've had Kate back. I mean, this is the second rodeo.
Second or third, yeah.
Second or third with these guys. And so she knows her stuff. She does a good job. She's not making a fortune on it.
No.
I enjoy myself. And believe me, when I tell you, I'll let Rona tell you, it's not my thing.
It isn't his thing. And I was very happy there was another exhibit that was all about surfing, which is his thing. And you really didn't like that either.
Well, look, I'm not much of a spectator. I don't go to, I'm an anomaly. I don't go to games, football games, basketball games, hockey games.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I can enjoy them. And every once in a while I will join an art museum or a gallery or something like that. I'd just rather be, I don't know, surfing.
You'd rather be doing it, and it was quite, it was fun because there were a lot of very interestingly dressed, very very artsy people, highly stylized, and then there were the people in flip flops and shorts.
Yeah.
So it was because and calling everybody dude because that was the surfing people.
Right.
Like really long hair, and there was a guy who had like the long dreads.
The dreads.
And look, I have friends who have them, who keep them clean and neat. This guy looked like I wanted to throw water on him because he did not.
Yeah, it's tough for him. So
anyway, yeah.
And I enjoyed my time. It was a great time. It was something different, and I got to do it with friends, and I got to talk to people.
And it was fun. Yeah.
It was kind of fun. People go, so are you enjoying yourself? And they just start cracking up. Not your thing, huh? Nope. No,
I came with Rona.
I'm really enjoying it, though. I'm really enjoying it. And and then so we talk about.
But and everyone's really nice, and and bring it back to the positive. When you go to things that you enjoy for the sake of enjoy, it brings me pleasure. Art, I love art. Art brings me joy. So I'm either constantly doing it, even if I'm coloring. It's a joy to me, or I do a lot of painting things, and that brings me joy.
Exactly. So. And the whole thing is we were just making an enjoyable day out of all of it. Now when we drove down freeways, and it was great. And
we caught in traffic.
And we got caught in a little traffic, and when we got there, it was hot. It was a little sticky. We just enjoyed that, and then afterwards, we were tired. Our feet hurt. We still went and got something to eat. Tried a new place. That was great. That was fun. Then we came back. Jeffrey wanted to come up the coast, and so we got nailed in traffic.
It was like standstill. We went through Laguna Beach, and it was
perfect.
All of them adorable towns, and I got to see at least one or two stores for about 20 minutes because we didn't move. because it was so hot, everybody came to the beach, and so people were either going out to dinner or to nightclubs or whatever, or they were just leaving, and that part of Pacific Coast Highway, it's like I have to be here, otherwise I'll never get home.
Exactly.
So people were stuck. So normally it would take about an hour to get down to Oceanside. It took us an hour and a half down and an hour and a half back up. But
And the thing is no riots, no protests. Everybody was having a good time.
And he said, let's go home a different way. So because he came down to the art exhibit with me, I was like, fine. And I do not like traffic. And he saw I was getting a little testy. And then I just took a step back and said, you know what? I did it for him. I'm not going to get nuts. I get like claustrophobic if there's too much.
Yeah.
So
I could
I
tell.
just, I didn't say I enjoyed the traffic, but it gave us a chance to chat a little bit more.
Exactly. We made the best of it. And so that's a message on this one we wanted to finish this up on, because we're often, looking at the nuances and the criticizing things.
Yeah.
We wanted to end on this one, which is just, enjoy what you have right now, because it doesn't last.
Be present and realize that, all of your life has led you up to this point, and you're making the best of it, and that's what you got to do.
Exactly.
All right, that's our story. We're sticking to it.
Exactly.
I'm Rona Lewis,
I'm Jeffrey Hansen.
and this has been Biz-Souls. Tap that subscribe, that like, thumbs up. It really helps us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Biz-Souls podcast with your hosts Rona Lewis and Jeffrey Hansler. Did you have fun? Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Talk to you next week.